Lovely jubbly, just tricked you there. God, look at 7. That's got to be reviewed, especially on the PerfectDraft Pro. And it's just quite a lot heavier. Especially when they're Good afternoon, people. Ooh, so we're going to do a HAAKE BECK with the glass, and we're going to do JUPILER, a PerfectDraft keg tip's favourite.
It is, yeah.
So,
that is a favourite of a lot of people. So,
well, what it was, if I'm being honest here, we was doing Hassel Raider, and I even got the Hassel Raider glass clean, and then I wondered why I could see a keg of Hassel Raider at the back there, and I thought, it's very strange, and I thought, oh, okay. And then I remembered that after having a few last night doing the keg swap over, I don't know, maybe it's because they're the same colour, but I put the JUPILER in rather than the Hassel Raider. So, yeah. I see, look, even got a JUPILER pint glass. Don't often see them, do you?
Yeah, that's quite a rare one.
But, yeah, we'll give this another go. There's a lot of mixed things. You've got me and Chris and his reviews, fellow reviewer, that are not that into that, and it wasn't that like neither me nor Chris were not that into it. We didn't portray it as good as say Simo Sups and Bazza, the clueless one from all the beer. No idea.
Yeah, it's kind of a split opinion a little bit, hasn't it? There's some people who are like, nah, that's really average, and then there's other people who are like, yeah, I really love it. So
yeah, I mean, I must admit, and I'm always an honest man, I've seen more positive posts for it than negative through social media. So it proves no one listens to me.
Yeah, on YouTube there's been quite a few people who have lived in Germany and that kind of thing who said, this is kind of average, who were kind of agreeing with me on this one. But then, like you say, on the Facebook posts and things, I think it's when you've seen it, people are really enjoying it.
People are really enjoying it. I just think, or I just feel, that when you've got so many big hitters, that's just along the road, the middle of the road. You know, you've got Stella if you want an average beer.
I think that's probably its appeal, because there's not anything that's going to really pull you one way or the other. It's quite easy drinking, and I can see that being an easy drinking type of beer for people to enjoy. So
I don't know.
Stuff.
I'll get these poured. I won't bother turning the camera around because one machine is down and
yeah.
really don't want to see my arse. Right, let's pour this one first and see what we get. But yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting put it against JUPILER, because although we were not huge fans of that either, if you recall, the last time we really enjoyed it.
Okay, looking good.
Well, of course, touche. Because they're saying,
it's quite a nice shaped glass actually, that one. I like that.
well, don't drop it. There's not many of them that.
No, I don't intend on dropping it. Oh, good pour.
Oh, well, you know me.
You're doing well today.
Well, I've got to be good at something. I've yet to find a lot. So, look, much for much there. I better get a shot of them. That's pretty impressed with them. They're both, I think they're both 30cl glasses, aren't they? Hold on, if I can find it.
Yeah, that's 33cl, the JUPILER one.
If I can find the camera, it would help, wouldn't it? Got booking.com, and then I get silly messages up, so I find it impossible. It's probably Bazza messaging me. I blame him. He does that to me. Don't you think? Mm. And you can tell what, the carbonation's pretty similar on them as well. Right, let's get this picture taken before it's this time tomorrow. Do apologise, people. I'm getting old.
Okay, so yeah, looks wise, you wouldn't be able to tell one from the other looking at them, would you?
Just a little top. Because it just does my head in, you know, where it's that little bit. But the headset was holding good enough, wasn't it?
Both that clear golden colour, reasonable carbonation coming up on both of them.
Yeah, remember they're both non-nucleated glasses, and yeah, I don't know what way to go here. As I say, the best two for me are Hasselröder and BECK's, and I could have done BECK's this time, but I'm an idiot. Let's just say. I don't know. Sometimes my head don't function properly, does it?
Yeah, he's been a little bit all over the place today. Okay, what way are we going to do this? I'm going to go this way.
Right, well, I'll go the same way. No smell test today. It smells like lager. Lager is lager.
Yeah, to be fair, they do have that kind of smell, don't they? That is just there's not a lot of aroma there to pick up on, really.
Again, I find the bite lighter, like I do that, and yet a lot of other people said they love the bite of this. Does this bite fare better?
What percentage are both of these?
4.9, 5.2, I think.
Really?
I think. Hold on, I'll just have to double check just to make sure. Because for me, I'll let you say first what you think, and then I'll say, so it don't distract what you're thinking. (1966) JUPILER came out. Remember, that's from northern Germany, and there is meant to be something about the bite, what both Bazza and Simo pointed out. I don't know, look on Google, but I didn't think. Yeah, 5.2, I was right. Malt, maize, water, hops and yeast. So,
okay, for me,
first impressions.
These are quite similar.
That is exactly what I was going to say.
These are quite similar.
Yep, I didn't want to say it. So,
I reckon you could have a few pints and someone would pull you the other one and tell you it was the other one, and you wouldn't guess.
Yeah.
That, to be fair, that they are quite similar.
I wouldn't blind test these.
No, I wouldn't be able to blind test these. Now, the JUPILER is a little bit sweeter on the malt in the beginning. Not quite such a pronounced bitter bite at the end. But it is very slight. It's not a great deal. There's a little bit of a citrusy hint with this.
That's the only giveaway.
I'm picking up on that you don't get in that.
We don't get so much of the zestiness in there. And for me, I think the JUPILER is slightly more bitter. That's more citrusy.
Oh, yeah. I think you're getting a little. I'm getting a little bit more of a bite from this at the end than this. But like I say, it's very, very subtle. I wouldn't like to blind test these.
No, I wouldn't. They're very. To say, if you take out the citrus, they'll be identical.
Yeah.
But that does. The HAAKE BECK does have more of a zestiness to it. But as I say, for me, I think the JUPILER has more of a bite at the end.
It's a little bit sweeter on the malt at the beginning.
But for me, I mean, they're both okay beers. The point I was trying to make, I didn't say it was crap. I just said
found it kind of average.
It ain't going to win any awards, and I think the same with JUPILER, and I think the same with JUPILER now. Although we did get into it last time, didn't we?
There's nothing complex or anything really there that's going to stand out and really hit you. So I think that's what makes this a really good all-rounder for a lot of people. People are going to enjoy this. There's nothing there to not like.
No, yeah, well, I get that. That's what I say. But for me, Hasselröder and BECK's again, they've got more of a bite. They're more of a Pilsner. To how I remember Pilsners back in the day.
Yeah.
Olsen Pils used to have that lovely bite at the end.
Do you know what? When I first tried these, I went in on both of them. I'm thinking, wow, they are so similar. There's little subtleties that are different, but they're very similar. I'm really glad you backed me up on that. I didn't think you were going to.
Drinking them together, and I know it's in some ways not a good way to do it, how we're doing it here, and people have said that before, and you can argue that one too, blue in the face. For us, it's only a bit of fun just to show you our opinion. But drinking them together, it doesn't feel so zestiness as it does on its own.
So, yeah, I'd agree with that.
You go in from there to there.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, there's nothing wrong, they're not offensive. But they ain't going to go and break the record. And anyone that says that's fantastic, I beg to differ.
I like a beer that has something that really makes it stand out. I like it to almost jump out the glass and bite me because it's got some real good flavours in there that makes it stand out from other things that I might drink. So
see, that tasted more bitter now, but it's 2 of one, half a dozen of the other. Basically, they are pretty similar.
Now, I would say most people who've had a PD for a while will have tried the JUPILER on their machine. It's a big favourite. It is a crowd pleaser. So I can say if you like this, you're going to like this. Definitely.
Yeah, quite a lot of people are liking it. I was surprised by some of the feedback. But it's good because we're all different.
No, it doesn't really. It doesn't
I want to love every perfect draft.
Yeah, I know you do.
I love my machines.
I know you do.
You know, you can go on about me and my relationship with them. That's rubbish.
It's
but I
all
love my
about the
machine.
beer.
I've loved my machine since long before I knew bloody Dan, Comrade, anyone in that company. And obviously, Fran's kind of like my first love.
Before beer groups on Facebook and everything.
Yeah, it was. I wanted to love that, but I'm only giving what's my honest opinion, like you are.
Yeah.
And so be it subjective, so be it not everyone's going to agree, and I get that. But that's why it's good to watch. If you're watching YouTube, you know, watch Simo, watch Bazza, watch Chris, watch ours.
I'm really glad that we did these two side by side, actually, because I think that's going to give people a really good representation of what they're going to find they're going to be drinking if they were to buy this keg. Because, like you say, this is a big crowd pleaser. People do like it.
Like with Hertong,
social groups.
we love the Grand Pilsner, but although we got more into Hertong last time, didn't we? We'll have to do that with it at some point, anyway.
Yeah.
But we were never that into it. That and JUPILER, you know, are hugely popular. You know, the Stella might be worth doing against it. You still got half a keg of Stella.
Yeah, I think that's another one that is. Really kind of just that middle of the road, a crowd pleaser, something that's easy drinking that no one's really going to find offensive either way.
I think
there's no complex flavours in there.
I preferred the UK Stella, and the reason for that being was I thought the UK Stella had more of a bite at the end than that. But then I like the citrusy things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you do.
I don't know, maybe because of the big kegs. We had the Keller beer, we had, as I discussed earlier, the Hertong Grand Pilsner, we had Hop Skip. So you had some big hitters last year. So maybe that just upped the ante, and that on Hasselrider's probably one of my top 5 kegs. I still like BECKS. I know a lot of people don't, but for me, when you get BECKS in the keg, it's BECKS. It's BECKS right back in the day. And I'm not too keen on BECKS Gold because that's sweet. And someone likened that to BECKS Gold. That's definitely nothing like BECKS Gold.
No, definitely not. It hasn't got that sweetness on the malt at the beginning. This one, if anything, is a tad sweeter on the beginning.
Yeah, so there you go. They're pretty much for much to an extent, in our opinion, anyway. Because you know someone's going to go, "That's nothing like that." You're talking.
It is subjective. In my opinion, they are very similar.
So what can I say? Bonjour.